then we will define threshold voltage also. All right, everyone, let's begin. So in today's lecture, we are first going to begin with the problems or the limitations of the 2T MOS structure. So the 2T MOS structure is something which we have already studied for the last couple of lectures. So in the 2T MOS is basically a MOS capacitor, and as usual, a capacitor will have only two terminals. That is what I have represented here as the body, the gate, and the body. So for simplicity case, I have simply put VGB over here, and the body I have grounded. Makes it basically is the same thing. Okay, now just keep in mind always that whenever you are applying a voltage here, if your voltage is steady, let us even refer to the term steady state. Okay, so that means the voltage is not changing with time. Then what is the situation? Remember, a capacitor is always under equilibrium. Okay, so it will be under equilibrium as long as it is in the steady state. So that means, how does a capacitor behavior look like? Charging of a capacitor goes like this, and basically becomes stable, right? So you will notice that this is basically, you can call it like 3 to 4 times of the time constant tau. We have seen that, right? We all know it from our basic, very basic electrical. Similarly, capacitance discharging is something like this. Again, this is around 3 to 4 times of the time constant RC tau. All right. Now the thing is, these are essentially, so this time frame, okay, this we usually call it, refer to it as transients, right? So transient response of the RC network. Now, this is something which you have already checked out in your VLSI design, correct? So there is no problem with that. So whatever theory we have been doing until now for the MOS capacitor is valid beyond this transient state. All right. So essentially meaning that we are assuming that VGB or the biases which we have applied to this MOSFET, MOSCAP, or MOS structure, whatever it is already under steady state. So that means the variation with time t is not there. Okay. So now the thing is, in all practical applications, we know that the um, voltages, especially for digital, what we know is that it is essentially going to work in the order of gigahertz, right? At least several hundred megahertz. So if it is several hundred megahertz to gigahertz clock frequency, that means VGB is going to change its polarity itself, not only changing its value, it's changing its polarity itself. So what is the trouble? Notice that in the two terminal MOS structure, okay, What what is the source of all the electrons? They are only the minority carrier generation in the bulk. Okay, so minority carriers are generated in the bulk only because of thermal generation only. You know. So what is the concentration? That's why I have put n infinity. Remember that original kind of original axis how we defined, like 0 is the surface or the interface between the oxide and the silicon. And then as we go further and further deeper inside this substrate, y increases, right? It's usually in the order of nanometers. So I've put nanometers. 0, y equal to 0 is a surface. This is how we have been doing all throughout. So when it is y equal to infinity, essentially means the substrate, deeper into the substrate. That means beyond the depletion boundary. Okay, na? So beyond the depletion boundary, we are having free holes, free electrons. So the free electron concentration will be Ni squared by Na, because remember, the substrate is p-type. Again, I repeat that all this discussion is with respect to MOS. In PMOS, it will be just the reverse, except a couple of things which we will see later. So n infinity is going to be Ni squared by Na, minority carrier concentration, right? But this is the result of thermal generation alone. Remember, Ni is the intrinsic concentration of silicon at room temperature. So that's because of the thermal generation. Okay. Now the interesting part is the minority carrier lifetime for silicon is in the order of 10 milliseconds. Okay, milliseconds. Note, it is a huge time with respect to the device characteristics and all that. So if it is 10 milliseconds at room temperature, so clearly if VGB changes polarity within 10 milliseconds, what does it mean? Minority carrier lifetime. So the electrons which are generated somewhere in the bulk beyond the depletion boundary, remember this crooked line is a depletion boundary, right? So the electrons have to travel from the bulk to the surface in order to invert the channel. Now, the speed at which the electrons will be moving over here, the thermally generated electrons, remember, they will at least need this 10 milliseconds to reach out into the to the surface, isn't it? Otherwise, the channel is not even inverted. Yes or no? So now the fact is, so if VGB changes polarity within 10 milliseconds, so suppose we are essentially beginning with plus VGB, so the electrons will come to the surface, and at least it will take 10 milliseconds time. So they will settle on the surface, and only then you will essentially get one inverted channel. But suppose it changes within 5 milliseconds itself. So what will happen? The electrons will essentially reach out somewhere here, and immediately it becomes minus VGB. Then what will happen? It will start retracing its trajectory again back to the bulk. So the electrons will never have an opportunity to come to the surface and essentially invert the channel. Okay? So that means if VGB changes polarity within this carrier lifetime, okay, minority carrier lifetime of the electrons, then the surface will not reach inversion. That means channel will not even be formed. Okay? Now, if it is 10 millisecond is the lifetime of the carrier, then what is the operating frequency? ये तो time हो गया ना, उसका time period can be around 10 milliseconds. So roughly I'm speaking about the order. So यहाँ पर I have put the tilde sign, meaning that it is roughly in the order. Okay. So if the operating frequency is greater than 1/10 milliseconds, okay, so that means the time period will be less than 10 milliseconds, correct? So if the time period is less than 10 milliseconds, the electrons will not have an opportunity to come and create the channel. As a result, so 1/10 millisecond is 100 megahertz, 100 hertz. 100 hertz is kind of very very low frequency in modern technology. ये 1 kilohertz भी नहीं है. सोचो इस बात को. So that means channel will not be formed if the operating frequency is greater than roughly 100 hertz order. Okay? So imagine now when you are speaking about 1 gigahertz clock speed wala processor. Forget about 1 gigahertz, even 1 megahertz. Your FM stereo works in 100 megahertz, right? Your for example, what is that? Radio Mirchi is 98.3 megahertz. 98.3 megahertz means 100 megahertz order. So you cannot even make one FM chip using these devices. So FM chip के लिए जो capacitance बनते हैं वहां भी आप ये standard MOS capacitor use नहीं कर सकते. Do you realize this? It is 100 megahertz FM frequency. Okay, and here you are essentially having 100 hertz. So what you understand from here is that, does it mean that the MOS capacitor has got no value at all? Can anybody tell that? This is a question from ICFT, conceptual question from ICFT. So what is the utility of MOS capacitor? As clearly you can understand that in modern technology, anywhere in modern technology, you can never ever have any capacitance or inversion using this 2T MOS structure. So where is 2T MOS used in modern technology? Please open up your microphone and start answering. I'll keep on asking questions like this when you are in the offline classes, and just answer. Here you have an additional thing of opening up the microphone. Please tell me. क्या MOSFET कहाँ use कर सकते?
So for the capacitances in
Sorry.
As a capacitor, do we use that?
No. Because the capacitor, I told you, no, the capacitor, if it is 100 hertz, the channel itself will not be formed. So,
but this lifetime we can change it by altering the doping levels.
But still, you will never be able to reach that level. Like you cannot make it 100 hertz से 100 megahertz नहीं बना सकते कभी.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is that this architecture, this structure of the device is used only for characterization. It's not used anywhere. Okay, so the MOS capacitor is used only for characterization. And remember the characterization thing, the CV measurement, CGB versus VGB. करके आप जो measure करोगे, you will get this U-like structure, V-like structure, a V-like curve, and from here you will be getting several important points which we had seen in our previous lecture. Okay, so from those important points, it becomes easier for us to find out. By the way, this characterization may we are always applying DC voltage here, correct? So if you are putting a DC voltage, then this restriction doesn't have any problem, because if the operating frequency is 100 hertz, is greater than 100 hertz, the channel will not be formed, the capacitance will not work properly. Understood? But when you are doing the CV measurements, CV curves in ICFT, you are actually applying the voltage manually, right? So that is a DC. So what is the frequency? It is zero. Correct. So अगर आप 0 hertz में आप कर रहे हो, then you will nicely get this kind of a curve. Awesome. Then what is the advantage? You will essentially get to know several important points in this curve. You already know this. The point where CGB VGB curve cuts the zero axis. What is that called? CFB. CFB से हमें क्या मिलेगा? Refer to your previous lecture. You will notice epsilon SI by Debye length. So from here you will be getting L Debye. Okay. The point where the CV curves, this is essentially your COX. So this is also your COX. So you simply apply a good enough negative bias, yeah, good enough positive bias, you will essentially reach COX. So from COX, what do you get? TOX, the oxide thickness. Okay. So because epsilon COX is epsilon OX by TOX. So TOX can be obtained easily from here. So then what happens? This point, the point where this CGV curve starts falling from COX, so roughly this point over here, you take the projection on the VGB axis. What is this? This is minus VFB. So this voltage here is VFB, the flat band voltage, the zero error. Okay. Then you go on increasing the VGB, depletion region goes on increasing. After a point, it becomes minimum. What is this? This is the C minimum. From here, what do we get? Maximum depletion width. Okay. Why is this maximum depletion width important? That will help us to design fully depleted SOI devices. Okay. We will look into SOI later. Thin film transistors. These are all because of the Cmin. Okay. Now, notice all these device parameters, all these important, like very, very important things which we are getting from the CV measurements. Okay, that can be easily done using DC measurements, right? So this kind of a 2T MOS structure, what happens is in the IC, in this whole IC, there will be 1, 2 scattered, not 1, 2, kind of quite a number of these 2T MOS structures which are kind of spread out inside the wafer. And we will see, I mean, the fabrication people know which are those locations of those particular 2T MOS. So there are no drain and source terminals. So wahan par you can essentially use it for doing the 4-probe technique and essentially do the CV measurements. So once you have done the CV measurements as well as the Hall effect, and then so these kind of 2T MOS structures are essentially kind of fabricated on the chip itself just to get the expression for the VTE. ठीक है, थ्रेशोल्ड वोल्टेज कितना है, ऑक्साइड थिकनेस कितना है, Debye length सच में ठीक है ना या नहीं, like you need the Debye length to ensure that okay, what the technology which we are looking for, whether the WDM is proper or not, that will ensure whether it is FDSOI is correct or not. What is the zero error? Then so we understand what is the point where it is the minimum. This is of course VGB, but this is the point where phi s equal to 2 phi f. हालांकि from a circuit designer's perspective this point is not that important. What is rather important is the point where it starts becoming flat. As I told you, this is the VT. This difference is the 32450, which is necessary for this. In As I told you, at the very basic devices books, you will find that they are defining this itself as a VT, but in modern technology, it is not. I have emphasized this earlier. So यहाँ पर VT हो गया, right? So now the thing is, all these important parameters are obtained using the characterization of the 2T-MOS structure. So 2T-MOS structures are built inside the IC here and there so that we can do the measurements. And what now the question is, if you are able to measure the TOX over here, what is the guarantee that the same TOX will be there for the MOSFET which is actually functioning inside the device? The thing is, when we are making the circuit, all these devices are made at the same uh, process technology, right? So if we are going, if all this MOS capacitor as well as the MOSFET as well as the 3T-MOS which we are going to study now today are manufactured at the same process steps, then it is kind of very much practical and realistic that all the devices in this chip are going to have TOX as the same value. So if we do and remember one thing, the measurements techniques which we are telling about the 3T-MOS, right? So we are going to do the probe over here on the terminal. So if this is the tip of the probe tip, what happens? You are essentially scratching the terminal. And remember, in modern technology, these lengths are in the order of nanometers, right? So this gold tip, usually gold tip is done so that the contact is perfect. They will not react at the same time. Um, conductivity will be very, very high. So the people who are doing fabrication and measurements kind of people in process technology, they have to take care of this gold tip like anything. Each gold tip, you can clearly understand that is a gold material, so these are very expensive. But every time you make a measurement, the tip is bent because it is in the nanometers, right? There are only 1 or 2 atoms of gold, so basically it will become like this. Okay, so essentially the contact is lost. So you are essentially inserting resistance over here. So in the measurement equipment, real life IC fabrication में जब आप measurement करते हो ना, so each of these gold tips, which are like several thousands of rupees, they have to be replaced after every 4 to 5 usage. ठीक है, 4-5 यूसेज करने के बाद आपको ये टिप चेंज करना पड़ता है. And essentially meaning several like 40,000 rupees का एक गोल्ड टिप गया after every 4 to 5 measurements. ठीक है, उसके बाद you are going to get erroneous results because of this bending. Anyway, that is in IC fabrication. I'm not going into that, but the whole thing is that not only the tip is getting bent, but also the surface will also get bent because of the scratching. Now, the reason why I'm telling you is that means if it these are called the abrasive measurement techniques. Okay, there are several non-abrasive measurement techniques. I wrote a paper on in EDL, electron device letters. That was a non-abrasive method on tunnel FETs. So you can, if you want, you can go and check it out. So non-abrasive technique, that means you are not going to waste that particular device. So in the modern technology, mostly people are using in industry that abrasive technique. So आपको घिसना पड़ेगा टिप को. अगर आप घिसोगे, then the gate terminal is gone, right? Not only the gold tip तो चलो ठीक है आप replace करोगे, but can you imagine in i7 processor आप घिस रहे हो VT निकालने के लिए, तो वो gate terminal तो गया. Okay, so we cannot afford to do this abrasive technique on the real MOSFETs. What we do is, those are called the test devices. We call them as a test. So these test devices are almost invariably made with 2T-MOS. So in modern technology, 2T-MOS structure is used almost invariably for test devices inside the chip. Okay, very good. Other than that, as you have clearly understood by now, that I mean, ये MOS कैपेसिटर के हिसाब से कभी यूज होगा ही नहीं. I mean, inside the actual proper circuit mein, it's never used because of this restriction. But it is used for doing the CV measurements such that you can get all these very, very important parameters. All right, awesome. So now we are going to, so that was the first topic for today, limitation of the 2TMOS structure. That means you cannot operate this 2TMOS MOS capacitor for more than 100 hertz. Okay. So now if you do it, then what is going to happen? कौन बताएगा? Notice, I mean, this was probably done in ICFT. I do not know why aren't you able to answer. Um, After inversion, it is becoming flat, right? Huh? So if it is not reaching inversion, it is essentially going to sort of saturate somewhere lower. This was done in ICFT, right? Okay. So that means, what is this? Higher the frequency, these are the higher frequency HF operation. And what is this? This is the DC or low frequency, less than 100 hertz. I'll put here less than 100 hertz. Okay, so the more and more if you're increasing the operating frequency, it is going to saturate at a lower one. Okay, there is something even more critical case where you can even get a lower, even lower, मतलब ये ऐसे भी चला जाता है, but that is a slightly more complicated phenomenon. We will look into it when we do scaling. So as of now, um, just remember that if you are applying higher frequencies, what will happen? Your VT, which is supposed to be reaching over here. So notice that earlier definition of VT for the long channel devices which you saw in Streetman was when it was in the minimum. It's not possible because VT kab hoga? Only when it has come into inversion, right? So inversion happens over when the in the DC and DC characteristics, it has to reach the maximum somewhere here. So it will reach max, it will saturate at a much lower than VT voltage, right? The VGB will be lower than VT if you are doing it at a higher frequencies, right? So you cannot do it. So VT definition actually comes only with the DC. Okay, now this is the situation when we are having for high frequency. Now comes the important part. Two things to keep in mind. Distinctly हम लोग समझेंगे. One is the source region. The other one is the source terminal. So what is the purpose of the source region? हम लोग अभी क्या करेंगे कि यहाँ पर initially we will not apply this terminal. So this is VGB as usual, and we have simply added one N plus region, pre-doped N plus region beyond the gate stack. The gate stack ends here. We are putting it beyond the gate stack here. So if we are putting an N plus region, then what is the advantage? This N plus is having, I mean, infinite number of electrons. Okay, so now if you are applying a VGB, then instead of the electrons coming from the bulk, they are going to be supplied by the source region. Okay, that is by simply diffusion. That's what I've written. Introduction of the source region. देखो एक चीज ये important बात है, यहाँ पर हमने टर्मिनल डाला नहीं है, हमने यहाँ पर सिर्फ एक रीजन को, स्पेसिफिक रीजन को हमने n प्लस रीजन करके रख दिए हैं, विच इज बेसिकली द पी सबस्ट्रेट. उसके मतलब गेट के बाजू में यहाँ पर एक we have simply put one region where we have heavily doped with donors. That's it. We have not put in a terminal. Terminal में story थोड़ा अलग हो जाता है. So purpose of the source region, introduction of the source region ensures that we always reach inversion irrespective of the operating frequencies. समझ में आ रहा है? Highly doped source region will inject unlimited carriers through diffusion, simply through diffusion. Earlier, the minority carrier injection was happening only due to thermal generation. Okay? In this case, it is happening due to diffusion. Of course, there are thermal generation which are coming from here, but this number will be very, very less compared to the amount of number of electrons which are basically supplied by the source. That's why this region is itself called source of electrons kind of thing. Otherwise, remember that In the 2T MOS or MOS capacitor structure, the source, so-called, the source of electrons was the bulk. In case of 3T MOS, हालांकि अभी हमने टर्मिनल नहीं डाला, but anyway, when the moment we introduce the source region, highly doped source region, it will simply supply the electrons by diffusion. Please remember, this is diffusion. We will look into this factor because later on we will see when the channel inversion hasn't happened. So that means when VGB is less than VT, that means in the subthreshold operation, then the carrier injection into the channel happens only because of diffusion. So subthreshold leakage, subthreshold conduction is because of diffusion. Okay, up VGB though it's less than VT, so channel will not be formed. Right? We'll look into subthreshold leakage after that. After we finish off with the MOSFET, standard MOSFET. Okay, so that's why I've highlighted this. This diffusion part is important. हमेशा याद रखना, ये ड्रिफ्ट के कारण नहीं है, डिफ्यूजन के कारण हो रहा है. Because N plus has more number of electrons, P region has less number of electrons. So more region, higher concentration or lower concentration. Simple diffusion हो रहा है. Okay, now comes the much more. Now this is the real engineering which we will be speaking over here. Now we have put one terminal. Okay, and this terminal I have put one VS. Obviously the body is grounded, तो यहाँ पर VSB लिख रहे हैं. Okay. Otherwise, what we could do is we will put VS, VG, and here I'll put VB. That's also is the same thing. So I mean, otherwise I could have given like this: VS, VG, and VB. So either you go by the red symbols or the blue symbols. They are basically the same. Okay. तो अभी देखते हैं what is the influence of. पहले तो हमने देखे हैं purpose of the source region. Just N plus dope कर दिया, काम खत्म. बट ये सोर्स टर्मिनल क्यों करेंगे? Okay. This is very critical and important. Notice that if I'm adding one terminal into the source region, जैसे मैंने कहा VSB, and terminal दिया मतलब we have the facility of adding one voltage with respect to the body. VSB कर देंगे. So if you put it grounded, so that means it's effectively you are short circuiting the source and the body. Okay, so that's a different thing. But you always have the control over the voltage which you are applying on the source with respect to the body, right? Okay. So what is the purpose of the source terminal? So first of all, notice that until now, if we did not put any source terminal, source region bhi agar hai, but you have not put one terminal, then do you have any direct control over the number of carriers or number of carriers in the inversion in the channel? देखते हैं. So this is where we are here right now. Purpose of the source terminal. Source terminal. This was source region. Source terminal. देखो, this is some part which we already saw earlier. So it's a small recap. P infinity. That means the number of free holes in the bulk. मतलब surface से काफी दूरी पे है. Okay. Then that will be equal to the like dopant concentration only, right? So acceptor concentration Na is equal to Ni e to the power of difference between Ei and Ef. Ei infinity minus Ef. तो ये क्या था? phi f था ना? So Na is equal to this. This is something which we already knew. Py at this. So this variation was phi y. Phi as a function of y. So will be equal to Ni e to the power of, again, Ei at this spot and Ef at this spot. क्या होगा फिर? Basically phi f minus phi. वही मैंने दिखा है. Phi t is again kt by q. So notice Ni e to the power of phi f by phi t. This one was Na. Na e to the power of minus phi by phi t हो गया Py का. Very good. So now what we will do is, तो फिर P0 क्या हो जाएगा? So now I am trying to find out the whole concentration on the surface will be equal to Na e to the power of, ये phi, if we are coming at the surface, becomes the difference between Ei infinity and Ei 0, right? So let me just annotate it here. This is Ei 0 and this was Ei infinity. ठीक है ना? तो इन दोनों में जो अंतर है वही तो है phi s. I should put Q over here everywhere because this is in the energy axis. correct? So um, so P0 will be Na e to the power of यहाँ से phi by phi t के बदले में phi s by phi t. Make sense? Therefore N0, remember, capacitance is under in equilibrium. N0 will be equal to Ni square by P0, Ni square by Na e to the power of minus phi s by phi t comes to the numerator, becomes plus. Okay. Now what we are trying to do is यहाँ से Na out. If I take it outside the bracket, it becomes Ni by Na whole square. Ni by Na whole square. This relation over here, you can see this. I have rewritten over here, and essentially Ni by Na is this. So N0, that is the 2T electron concentration under inversion. ठीक है, surface concentration, or simply I'll put surface concentration. Surface concentration of electrons. ठीक है ना? Channel concentration भी बता सकते हैं anyway. So N0 will be equal to Na e to the power of phi s minus 2 phi f by phi t. ठीक है? Now, this was a situation, whatever I have done, was the derivation from the first principles from the 2T MOS structure. ठीक है? अब बताओ हमें, which is the voltage dependent term over here? Only the surface potential phi s. But again, this phi s term, note that when we are speaking about moderate inversion, when phi s equal to 2 phi f, क्या हो जाएगा? Phi s and 2 phi f will cancel. So N0 will be equal to Na. So that means the surface is as much N type as the bulk is P type. Bulk is P type. How much is the bulk P type? Na concentration है ना? So N0 is now Na. So that means N0 will be equal to P infinity. So under inversion, in fact moderate inversion, that means when phi s equal to 2 phi f, इस बात को ध्यान से समझना. I'm repeating, like many of you are already clear about this, but this is the condition for inversion. ठीक है? So just keep that in mind. Okay. So now once we are getting that, what we will look into it, कि we do not have a direct control over this N0. हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पर एक टर्मिनल लगाएंगे in the source region VSB. So what is the advantage of this? Whatever voltage you are going to apply on this terminal, this entire N plus region is essentially going to have that particular voltage. Why? टर्मिनल में जो वोल्टेज लगाओगे, entire N plus region, all the electrons in the N plus region will have the same voltage. Why? Because N plus region is having free carriers. ठीक है? Depletion region is almost very close to the boundary, right? So this N plus region entirely will be kind of free of depletion. Depletion होगा कहाँ पर? Lowly doped side, that is the P region over here. Excellent. So this N plus region will have roughly the same voltage as we have on the terminals. It is very similar to the point that entire bulk region over here in the silicon type bulk region mein, beyond the depletion boundary, this crooked line, entire bulk region will also have the same potential as 0 because it is grounded, or if it is body bias, it will be the same voltage as the body terminal. ठीक है ना? So now once we have added this VSB voltage to this electrons, so when these electrons are diffusing into the channel, because I told you they are injected because of the diffusion only, so this voltage is essentially going to carry forward inside the N0, that is N0 over here. So whatever potential which we had, phi s minus 2 phi f, becomes phi s minus 2 phi f minus the voltage which is appearing on the electrons over here because of the source terminal. यहाँ पर minus VSB add हो जाएगा. Then the channel inverts only when, पहले क्या हो रहा था, phi s has to be equal to 2 phi f, so that N0 will be Na. यहाँ पर phi s has to be equal to 2 phi f plus VSB. Okay, only then N0 will be equal to Na. This implies N0 will be equal to Na equal to P infinity only when phi s is greater than or equal to 2 phi f plus VSB. ठीक है? हाँ, तो यहाँ पर I'll put greater than or equal to because I've put greater than or equal to here. ठीक है? So that means earlier we used to invert the channel when phi s equal to 2 phi f. With the introduction of the source terminal, not only the source region, also the terminal, then we will be having the VSB voltage because of the terminal. So अभी हमें 2 phi f plus VSB voltage से ही के बाद ही आपका channel inversion होगा. ठीक है? So now what we understand is that what is the WDM, the maximum depletion width. Remember we used to put phi s, so phi s will be 2 phi f plus VSB. Okay, so now the thing is, earlier we used to have the depletion region here. Okay, now since the phi s has become 2 phi f plus VSB, so the new phi s is this phi s plus VSB voltage. आपका depletion region बढ़ जाएगा. Okay, I'm putting it in red color. Okay, so this phenomenon is called famous body effect. Okay, so now this body effect I should write somewhere here. And but this body effect is the consequence of only adding the source terminal. Okay, so this is the body effect. So body effect doesn't even require the drain terminal, dear. ठीक है, तो यानी कि अगर आप ड्रेन टर्मिनल को काट के हटा भी दोगे ना, if you just simply ampute the drain terminal from your MOSFET, still it is going to have the body effect. Okay, so now notice what is the consequence of the body effect. We will do the mathematics soon. Physically you can understand, if the depletion width now increases because your surface potential has increased effectively because of this VSB voltage, what will happen? That means more region inside the substrate is now requires will be depleted, right? So the depletion charge increases. So that means आपका VT will increase. Now VT, for the first time we are going to get an understanding of VT. Remember, as I was emphasizing many times, VT is defined, by the way, VT is actually a circuits concept. How do you define VT? Remember, channel inversion is defined as phi s greater than or equal to 2 phi f. So basically, this is what I have done. Channel inverted only when phi s is greater than or equal to 2 phi f plus VSB. ये तो हो गया surface potential का. So until now, I have not introduced the technical physical phenomena behind threshold voltage. Threshold voltage appears for the circuit designers. Circuit designers को इन सब डिवाइस वगैरह में डिवाइस वगैरह के चक्कर में पड़ने वाले नहीं है वो लोग. Of course, I have noticed that the best circuit designers are best device experts also. Once you know the devices very well, the better you know the devices, the better will be your circuits concept. Because electronic circuits का main पावर हाउस तो बेसिकली लाइक एक्टिव डिवाइसेस ही है ना. सो VT is essentially defined by this phenomenon. देखो, first of all, this is VGS. अभी तक हमने VGB consider किया था. And when we are putting in this kind of a characteristic, so we essentially define VT as the minimum VGS necessary when the device starts to conduct. Okay, that means the channel is formed. तो बेसिकली ये जो VT हम जो ये कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, that is the reason why this VT is kind of different from this phi s equal to 2 phi f plus VSB concept. Okay, so what I'm suggesting is that VT is actually a parameter for circuit designers. All of you must have seen, right, your transmission gate VLSI design, transmission gates में like static CMOS analysis में, you will notice that we are always referring to VT. So VT is a parameter, device parameter, which is essentially used by circuit designers. So for the first time, we were going to introduce that part. So VGB will be equal. So coming back to over here, when we are increasing the depletion region, what will happen? Your Vt will have one component because of this depletion charge. So physically, if I want to explain, because of this VSB, there will be one reverse bias created. So reverse bias में क्या होगा? Your depletion region बढ़ जाएगा ना? If you were not having this, if VSB equal to 0, what is the situation? It will be somewhat like that. So depletion which will be like this. If you are applying a VSB which is positive, so that means देखो n plus को आप ज्यादा positive दे रहे हो with respect to the body, then basically your this n plus p region का जो junction है, it is going to increase its depletion region. Very simple. That's reverse biased PN junction. So if it is increasing now, what is happening is that you are simply increasing the depletion charge. So if the depletion charge increases, you essentially require higher amount of VGB to invert the channel. Kyun? Because what is happening here? There are already the depletion charges thanks to this N plus region. Now, if you are applying VGB, थोड़ा थोड़ा करके आप ये voltage बढ़ा रहे हो gate terminal पे, you are simply adding more and more positive voltages. So these positive charges. So these positive charges on the metal gate terminal, it is essentially balancing out or sort of neutralizing. I shouldn't call it neutralize because this is a capacitor. So these positive charges are kind of balancing out the negative charges here. So if you are essentially, and only when they have completely balanced out the depletion charge, only then the electrons will come and essentially settle and create the channel. तो अगर आप depletion charge बढ़ा दोगे, तो you will essentially, excuse me, you will essentially what will happen is you are essentially kind of increasing the depletion charge, so you require more amount of positive gate bias to invert the channel. This is from a very simplistic BTEC level understanding of the body effect. Okay, but we will look into it from a mathematical perspective so that you can use it in your designs. ठीक है, जो मैंने ये स्टोरी बताया ना ये बॉडी इफेक्ट का, that is good enough. I mean, not good enough, मतलब it's okay for the BTEC level, that the physical story, the physical explanation I told, that reverse biasing, by the way, again, when I'm speaking about reverse biasing the N plus P junction, source and the body junction, I am speaking in terms of plus VSB. That means source is more positive with respect to the body. Otherwise, you could have also done like this. That also makes sense, isn't it? Isko hata do. That also makes sense. That means still, what is the voltage here? This is again VSB. VSB is greater than 0. So body effect को समझने के लिए, I mean, I have noticed many students, many of even some of the faculties also have the misconception that you have to apply a negative bias on the body terminal. नहीं, किसने बताया? The whole point is that you have to make this N plus P region reverse biased. तब भी आपका body effect आएगा. So whether you are putting the source grounded या फिर या इसको ग्राउंड करके यहाँ पर प्लस VSB दो, basically makes the same thing. ठीक है? And you will in your analog IC design, you will notice that when we are trying to do like multi-stage, for example, cascode amplifiers and all that, you will notice that we are essentially doing a cascode like this, multi-stage करके हम ऐसे करके डिजाइन करते हैं. ठीक है? So what you have to keep in mind is that हर एक स्टेज जैसे आप ऊपर से ऊपर जा रहे हो ना, you are essentially having higher and higher. So this Vs, this is Vs, and this is Vs. The voltage at the source terminal over here is not grounded. So the body, however, is grounded. So if you are always putting a body tie which is always grounded, so for the lowest transistor, you do not have any problem. That means this is, for this case, VSB is 0. But for this case, VSB is equal to, क्या होगा? Notice this is the VDS drop. Okay. So this is the VDS1, let us say this is M1. This is M2. For transistor M2, you are always going to have VSB equal to how much? VDS1. Okay. So if it is working in the saturation, the VSB, that means the body bias, will automatically have VD sat of the lower stage. So what is going to happen? Whenever you are trying to do the design of the second stage, and it will go on and on for higher and higher integration. So when you are doing the actual practical IC designs using analog, this is just an analog which I just kept it to my mind. You can of course find this situation in the digital designs also. I'll be teaching advanced VLSI design next time, so you will notice like more complicated circuits where the VT keeps on increasing thanks to this VSB part. समझ में आ रहा है? So whenever we are speaking about the body effect, don't think that आपको specifically negative bias देना है body में. It's simply foolish. If your source terminal, in fact, this is a situation which you will usually encounter in practical circuit design, as I am showing you here. Ashok, yeah.
Sir, in the forward bias also, when we are giving VSB less than 0,
Yeah.
so it will
Yeah.
become forward bias, and also
Yes.
there will be some depletion.
But you know what? Even if you are doing a forward bias, it really doesn't help much in our device characteristics. The reason being, अगर आप forward bias करोगे ना, you are essentially reducing this phi s little bit. Yes, that is true. But as far as your depletion width is concerned, it doesn't really change much. Reason being, what happens is if you're doing forward bias, you are kind of reducing this thickness, but this still continues roughly the same, WDM. Because this WDM is essentially the characteristics. I mean, this is depends on the doping level in the bulk, not this region. So usually the reverse bias takes a toll on the device characteristics and the circuit's characteristics, as I'm showing you. So as you can see, I'm kind of I'm referring to circuits very often in our PMMD course, because the objective of PMMD course is to design better circuits. So when you are designing realistic circuits in advanced VLSI design or analog IC design or VLSI design, keep this thing in mind. आपका VT change होता रहेगा. And in if it is a very simple like half adder full adder circuits, nobody really cares. But if you are trying to design a real IC with thousands of transistors, then you are this is again 4, this is nothing. So in realistic circuits, you are going to take care, you need to take care of the biasing because of that. Okay, so just to give you a practical perspective of the body effect. Oh my god, I'm losing time. Akash, please tell me.
Sir, is that the reason why body terminal is also known as the back gate terminal?
Back gate is basically no, back gate nahi, no, because what happens, see, the first thing for the gate is that you have to have an oxide.
Right.
यहाँ पर oxide है ही नहीं, है ना?
Yes,
यहाँ
sir.
ऑक्साइड नहीं है, तो बैक गेट करने के लिए क्या होना है कि यहाँ पर एक ऑक्साइड डालने होंगे, सॉरी, एंड देन इफ यू अप्लाई वन बैक गेट, then what is the thing, this is going to be your body box, basically buried oxide. So this is essentially the back gate concept comes from an SOI concept, silicon on insulator. So if we are putting a buried oxide which is very thin, almost the same, so this is also, let us say 2 nanometers, this is also 2 nanometers, this is gate oxide, we will call it as the buried oxide, whatever. Okay, then what, this is a double gated structure.
Yes,
now
sir.
notice whichever way you look at it, so if you are looking from here or you are looking from here, in whichever way you are looking at it, you will notice that the silicon layer is effectively as if it is sandwiched or as if it is floating between two oxide layers. है ना?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ भी
Yes.
oxide, यहाँ भी oxide. So this is called a SOI structure, silicon on insulator.
Insulate.
ठीक है? We will look into SOI and how this is really helpful and all that we will see. And SOI is a solution to the issues which we find in the scaling. Okay, so we will deal with scaling in details. So at that time we will understand that.
Okay, sir.
ठीक
Thank
है?
you. Thank you.
तो ये गेट ऑक्साइड नहीं है, ये बड़ी डबल गेट नहीं है. Okay, so once we have understood this from the physical perspective, I will not have time to finish all that, but I'll just begin. And in the next class, we will again start with this so that you have a much better feel of this. You will understand this is going to be really an eye opener for you. देखो, potential balance equation याद है ना सबको? What was that? The total voltage which is applied between the gate and the body in दोनों terminals में जो जितना voltage डालेंगे ना, that voltage is going to be lost inside the materials in between them. Correct? So क्या क्या कैसे कैसे? So VGB is equal to, remember, the zero error VFB plus the potential which is lost inside the semiconductor, that is the surface potential phi s, plus the voltage which is lost in the oxide. Now, ये जो oxide का जो है ना, this is because of the what? This is because of the dipoles which are formed inside the oxide. Remember, there is another component which might be there in the oxide because of the oxide trap charges or interface trap charges, we call it. So those will all be under the VFB, zero error part. है ना? तो VOX is essentially only because of the charges, because of the dipole inside the oxide, dielectric. Now, that amount of charge is essentially balanced by the depletion charge. ठीक है? So इसलिए VOX, we can write it as the QDM by COX. QDM, remember, I'm speaking about the maximum depletion width. Okay? So this QDM, अभी हम लोग क्या करेंगे? This is basically this potential balance equation. तो हमने 2 or 3 lectures before we had already studied that. Now all we will do is phi s के बदले में हम लोग यहाँ पर 2 phi a plus VSB बिठाएंगे. Notice, instead of phi s, I have simply plugged in 2 phi f plus VSB. All right, and this is QDM is the maximum depletion width, as I've shown. That is also increased, right? Because WDM has increased from blue, it has become red. It has increased because of this much. So वो क्यों हो रहा है? Because of this plus VSB term, है ना? तो ये plus VSB लगा दिए यहाँ पर. Now, जब भी हम यहाँ पर VSB लिख रहे हैं ना, so VSB is voltage of the source with respect to the body. तो यहाँ पर VS minus VB लिखेंगे. Now on the left hand side, हम यहाँ भी हम लिखेंगे क्या? VG minus VB. Now this minus VB and minus VB cancels, and this VS, if I take it to the left side, it becomes VG minus VS. So for the first time, we are observing that we are essentially putting as if like the gate potential with respect to the source rather than the body. So mathematically, this is how VGS comes into the picture. तो अभी से हम इसको बताएंगे like this is your VGS. ठीक है? समझ में आ रहा है? VG minus VS means VG with respect to VS. First time we are observing that it is with respect to the source. तो फिर यहाँ पर body terminal का potential का क्या हुआ? Notice that the rest of the part becomes VFB plus 2 phi f as it is. But यहाँ पर एक VSB रहेगा, right? Because that was also phi s. Phi s वाला term था ना? QDM में, sorry, where is it? Yes. WDM already had this because phi s is now increased from 2 phi f to plus VSB. ये plus VSB यहाँ रह जाएगा. So what we shall do is we will essentially add this term, which is with, I mean the same kind of term. Instead of 2 phi f plus VSB, मैंने यहाँ पर 2 phi f रखा और यहाँ पर मैंने 2 phi f subtract कर दिया. And the fractor, I have taken it outside. So notice that this part is nothing other than the VT0. This part becomes the body effect coefficient. This part becomes the standard relation. So this is the relation which you must have studied in your VLSI design course. So this is the threshold voltage under body bias. Okay. So how do you define the threshold voltage now? Threshold voltage, this we can also call it as define as the VT, because this is the minimum voltage necessary to invert the channel. Correct. तो ये invert the channel तो देखो यहाँ पर 2 phi f ही तो है, तो ये minimum voltage ही तो है. Correct. So this is the threshold voltage under body bias. VT0 is the threshold voltage without the body bias. Clearly, अगर VSB को आपने 0 कर दिया तो हो जाएगा. Now, in textbooks or in most of the professors when they teach, they will always put, I mean, they usually put instead of this root over 2 phi f, ऐसे लिखते हैं 2 phi f plus mod करके VBS कर देते हैं. आप देखोगे. Okay. Now this VBS जो है ना, that is basic mod of, because VBS अगर आपको reverse bias करने हैं, then VBS is negative, right? As I told you, with if you are putting this grounded and you are putting a negative bias, that means negative. So the P type is more negative with respect to the N type, reverse bias. Otherwise, in this case, N type is more positive with respect to the P type, again reverse bias. So body effect has only got to do. So जब भी आप body effect का कोई भी problem, henceforth, if you encounter body effect in any problem whatsoever, anywhere in whichever device, आप क्या सोचना, just think about, जैसे मैं अभी कह रहा हूं, अब याद रखना, सूर्या सर ने बताया था, always concentrate on the source and the body terminal. N plus P रीजन में, N plus P रीजन नहीं, जंक्शन है, N plus P जंक्शन में रिवर्स बायस बढ़ रहा है या कम हो रहा है. अगर रिवर्स बायस बढ़े, इट इज बॉडी इफेक्ट. कूल, ठीक है, इट्स वेरी वेरी सिंपल. ओके, डोंट वरी अबाउट, आई मीन गेट एग्जाम्स में, बिट सेट में ऐसे बहुत फालतू के क्वेश्चंस रहते हैं. इफ आई अप्लाई दिस मच वोल्टेज हियर, दिस, छोड़ो यार, सिंपली सोचो कि N plus P वोल्टेज में N plus P जंक्शन के अक्रॉस रिवर्स बायस हो रहा है या नहीं, काम खत्म. ठीक है. So that is the expression of this. So this mod and all, they have done it very complicated. I simply use this. Now if you are using a PMOS, again as I said, couple of things will change when we are dealing with PMOS. Towards the end of the course we will deal with that. PMOS ke liye phi f and all will be negative, so you have to put a mod over here and mod over there. Okay, so when we are dealing with PMOS, I always use VSG, VSD, okay, rather than VDS and VGS for NMOS. So if when I'm teaching circuits myself, then you will notice that it is much easier for us to do the analysis in terms of the source voltage with respect to the other terminals. उसमें क्या होगा कि they will always be positive. You are never going to make any mistakes with whatever. तो जहां पर यहाँ पर VSB है, in case of PMOS, simply you just take the mod value, that's it, या फिर positive value. Okay, in the next class, there is no more time, we will deal with the body and substrate sensitivity, and then we will try to figure out the limitation of a 3T MOS structure. So when I'm teaching any course, like in let us say in the circuits also, when we will design better and better circuits, जैसे कि हम लोग CS amplifier हमें पता है, very very basic. Okay, CS amplifier. Now, why do we have to move from CS amplifier to an op amp? क्यों? Because CS amplifier is also an amplifier, right? Op amp is also an voltage amplifier. तो CS amplifier से ही तो काम बन रहा है, तो op amp क्यों करेंगे? So my approach of teaching is that we will begin with the smallest circuit, simplest device, for example 2T MOS structure, and then we will try to improve on that circuit. पहले हम एक circuit device को समझे थे. For example, today what we did was we started for the last 2-3 days with the simplest 2T MOS structure. उसके बाद हमने इसका मतलब limitation समझे. Like the first one was the limitation for high frequency performance. उसके बाद how to take care was the source region. अच्छा, सोर्स रीजन बनने से ही काम हो जाता है क्या? नहीं. हमने सोचा कि एक काम करते हैं, इफ यू वांट टू इंप्रूव इट फर्दर, देखो सोर्स रीजन बनने से ही इट विल वर्क एज अ परफेक्ट कैपेसिटर. समझ लो इस बात को. द मोमेंट यू पुट द सोर्स रीजन, नॉट द टर्मिनल, it will start behaving like a perfect capacitor, no issues. That means even at high frequency. But if you want to have a further control over the device and the circuit, you need to put a terminal and apply a particular voltage because of the practical situation of the circuit which I had just illustrated a little while ago. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर हमने वो body effect का भी, body effect is the, so basically you can say that body effect is the consequence of the source terminal. ठीक है, so even without the drain terminal I have explained the body effect. Okay, so now what we will do is the potential balance. So how did we do the analysis? From physical perspective, we have seen that body effect ka reverse bias of the N plus P junction basically results in the increasing of the depletion width, as a consequence depletion charge, as a consequence BT increases. Simple, that is the physical explanation. And here is the model wise explanation. Exact models हमने बनाए हैं. And if you notice VGB and this is VSB. So this body voltage cancels and becomes VGS for the first time, and that is how you define VT. Okay, but this is VT under the body bias. So this is the final expression which you are used to. So what we are suggesting is that, I mean, what I'm trying to drive at is that एक device लेंगे, उसको improve करेंगे. उसी तरह से सर्किट जब हम करेंगे ना, so we'll start with the very basic RC, I mean resistive load CS amplifier. वहां से हम op amp डिजाइन करेंगे या OTA डिजाइन करेंगे. Okay, but I do not think I mean Parikshit sir will be teaching you analog. I'll be teaching VLSI design. Okay, so that's all for today. In the next class, we will understand the body and substrate sensitivity, and then we will again go by the same way. What is the problem with the 3T MOS structure? इसमें भी कुछ problems है, नहीं तो drain घुसाने की जरूरत ही क्या थी, ठीक है? So we will again look into the problems of the 3T MOS structure, and then how to mitigate those problems using the fourth terminal, which is the drain. Then we will enter into 4T MOS, that is a MOSFET. Okay, very good, excellent. That's all for today. Thank you.